Hi there, my name is Irvin Rue Jr. of irvinsfitness.com. I'm going to be making a video for you on how to relieve chronic back pain with Pilates and yoga. So all you need is a little bit of space. You can see here it's not very big, but I have a mat where I'm going to be comfortable resting flat on the back, and that's where we're going to begin. So let's go ahead and rest flat onto our back as your arms are next to your torso. You want to inhale through your nose, fill the belly with air. We exhale out of our mouth. Inhale through nose, exhale through the mouth. That's your Pilates breath, so maintain a neutral spine. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and bring both legs into our chest. Now, as we're holding on to our legs, let's move these in big circles, just round and round. So you can go 5 to 10 times one direction. Okay, so I'll be keeping it short for the video, but at least 5 to 10 times one direction, and then change the direction. Continuing to breathe and feel yourself relax. Great, now you're going to slow the movement down, and you're going to place your left foot onto the ground. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to start with an alternating leg exercise. Okay, so we keep this right leg in. Now, your left leg can extend out. So that could be either straight up to a 90-degree angle toward the ceiling or out to a 45. If you go any lower than this, your lower back is going to tend to arch up, and you don't want that. Now you could bring your shoulders and your head up if it's okay for your neck muscles and your lower back. Okay, we're always contracting the abdominals. We exhale, bring the leg in, blowing twice out the mouth. Inhale, we exhale. So that's the much more difficult variation with the shoulders and head up. Or you can lift your leg a little higher and just do it this way. Okay? Okay, so you can do at least 20 repetitions. Try and do 3 sets of those. Those are called alternating legs. Now, our next exercise will be a straight alternating leg stretch. This is where we scissor our legs. So, easiest variation first. This is where we extend the right leg out, lower it a bit to about 45. Place your hands behind your knee and point through that foot. You keep both legs straight. We exhale, bring the left leg back as we lower the right. Keep them nice and straight. Exhale, right leg back, left leg lowering. Good. Again, we switch. Okay, so you want to keep them as straight as you can. If you want to be up with your shoulders and your head, you may. That's spinal flexion, so it's a little more work for your abdominals, but puts a little strain on your neck. If it is too bad for the neck muscles, rest your head back down. Okay, again, we bring it back, and we switch. And again, each time try to bring it back just a little bit further. Maintain that neutral spine through your low back. Okay, your hands could just be behind your knees. You want to avoid right here. You don't want to be here. You don't want that stretch. That is not doing you any justice. You want to make sure you straighten your leg, get a stretch in your hamstrings. Okay, so those are the muscles getting stretched in the back of the leg. Okay, and then you're going to rest. Relaxing here with your breath. Now we're going to hit the yoga part of it for helping to relieve chronic back pain. So right here are some stretches to help stretch out your low back. So what we're going to do is we're going to focus on stretching out the hamstring. So we're going to place both hands behind our right knee and lift that leg up high. Try to lift through your heel as you bring your toes towards your knee. Keep your leg as straight as you can. So that way, with each exhale, you try to bring it back. Okay, so make sure the leg stays straight. No bend in that leg. You do not want that thing to bend. You want it straight, even if the hands are a little bit lower than the back of your knee. Okay, now if you have that flexibility and you can have your hands up higher, keep your leg straight as you lift through the heel and bring that back and continue to breathe. So this is great for after a workout, whatever it may be. You want to make sure you stretch out your legs, or if you sit in a chair for a long period of time during the day, this is great to help stretch out your back and relax the muscles. Now, you bring your leg into your chest. We're going to cross this foot over our left leg. Then we push this leg forward with your right hand. So now we're stretching out the outside of our hip and the inner right thigh. Okay, so keep pushing that knee forward. Could be an easy variation for you. Now, if you'd like to take this a step further, slide your right hand through your leg. So it's through that right leg. Then place both hands behind your left knee. You can rest your shoulders and your head down and just keep that left leg bent. That's fine. As you continue to push against your right leg with your arms, you're just kind of pushing the right elbow forward and the right shoulder away from your ear. If you'd like to lift your left leg, you could do that. Continuing to breathe in and out. Okay, now if you have that flexibility and you could reach up behind your leg, make sure you do not strain in any of these poses that we're going into. You keep bringing this leg back as you keep pushing this leg forward with your right arm. Now if you want to wrap 2 fingers around your big toe, I got shoes on right now, but you could just wrap the 2 fingers around the toe, or you could hold on to the bottom of the foot. Okay, now it's release with the exhale. Okay, so now we start to bring our right leg in, straighten out the left. Okay, we roll onto that left side. Reach out with the right arm. Keep your left leg straight. Look over at that hand and try to ground your shoulder. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and release, come back up, plant that right foot, and we plant our left foot as we bring that right arm back, and now we're back to our starting position. Let's try the other side. So left leg in, hands placed behind your left knee. Keep bringing it back. If you like your hands up higher, you can. Breathe it in and out. Now these poses you could hold from anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, so bring your knee in, cross your foot over your right leg and push your leg forward with your left hand. Okay, so you could stay there, that's fine. If you'd like to take it a step further, slide your left hand through your leg. Okay, so that looks like so. So you see how I put my left hand through the leg, put my hands behind my right knee and lift that leg up or keep it bent. Try to keep pushing your left leg forward with your arm. If you want to be here, that's okay. Okay, so whichever you feel comfortable with, continue breathing. You could reach up with your right hand to grab in the back of that leg. Keep pushing against this left knee with your elbow. Okay, and you can rest your shoulders and your head, that's fine too. But if you're struggling, you're going here, or you could be here. Just as long as you relax with each breath. Okay, we're going to release our hands, put that foot down. Okay, bring our left leg into our chest and we straighten the right. With a big inhale, let's follow it with the exhale and move to our right side. And take a reach out with your left. Try to ground that shoulder. Continuing to breathe in and out. Great, now we're going to release, bring that up, plant your foot, and plant your right foot, so both feet are on the ground. Okay, we're going to move into a bridge. So this is where our feet are in close toward our hips, and as we inhale, we exhale, peel the spine up off the ground, lifting your hips up 1 vertebrae at a time. Keeping your hips up in line with your knees to your shoulders. You're welcome to bring your hands to your glutes or your low back as your elbows press into the ground. Continuing your breath. If you want to be a little bit further into this pose, you can interlace your fingers below you, bring one arm and shoulder under, and then bring the other arm and shoulder under. Keep lifting your hips up high and breathe. Your belly's going to rise on the inhale and fall as you exhale. Continuing your breath. Now if you'd like to lift your heels up, you could lift your heels up. Pressing into the ground with the arms. If you want to take it to another level, you could even lift your left leg up high. Keep your hips up and breathe. Pressing into the ground with your arms and your shoulders. Very little weight on your head, along with pressing into the ground with the right foot. Okay, we lower that leg down. Okay, now we inhale, we exhale, lift the right leg up high. Keep it straight, keep your hips up high. Breathing in and out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and release with the exhale. Okay, releasing the hands. Bring your arms and shoulders out and lower through your vertebrae as you come down. So keep in mind, with your own practice, you try and hold the poses 30 to 60 seconds, depending on your time. Okay, bring your knees in your chest and roll side to side. Okay, so slowing the movement down. We're going to bring our arms out into a T, so your hands are in line with your shoulders. Now cross your feet as we inhale. We're going to exhale and bring our knees to the right side so they're underneath our right elbow. And we look to our left hand. Inhale, we lift the legs. Exhale, move the legs to the left as you look to the right hand. Now the side the legs are on, press into the ground with that arm. We're going to inhale, lift the legs up. And we exhale, bring it to the right side. And we look left. Press it into the ground with your right hand as you inhale. Keep those legs together until we lift. Okay, one more time to the left side. Looking to the right. Keep your right shoulder blade down. Okay, you could repeat this up to 10 to 20 times. Okay, up to 3 sets. Okay, bring your arms back. Place your feet on the ground. Relaxing with your breath. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and bring our knees into our chest. Little circles or figure eights. Knees into chest and away. Knees into chest diagonally across you and away. Knees into chest diagonally across and away. Visualize a figure eight lying on its side as you move comfortably and relaxing with your breath. If you go too far, use your arm to push you back up. Use that elbow to push you back up if you go too far. Okay, slowing that down, we're going to roll like a ball. Hands placed behind the knees. Shoulders and our head up. Let's kick our legs up into the back of the room and kick down. We exhale. Inhale. We exhale. We inhale. Exhale. We inhale. Very good. I'm going to show you some stretches on how to relieve back pain with yoga. So now from a table position, we're going to put our hands under our shoulders, our knees under our hips. We exhale, tuck the hips under, chin to the chest. So you try to lift your back up toward the ceiling or the sky, chin to your chest. Inhale, reverse, tilt your hips up, looking up, bring your abdominals toward the ground, and point your hips up toward the sky as if they were headlights pointing up. Exhale, we go back. Try to draw your navel under your ribs and towards your spine. Inhale, reverse. Okay, now you can continue doing this for about 30 to 60 seconds, whatever time allows for you. Okay, so now we're going to bring our left hand next to the right and bring that left leg up. Now we go forward with the hips. We want to make sure that this knee stays over our foot. Okay, and this leg is getting a good stretch. You want to make sure you slide that leg back so you feel the stretch in your hip flexor on this side. Okay, so now bring both hands to your knee. We just kind of push the hips into the left heel, press into the ground with this heel, and you're going to lean back just a little bit. So you're going to feel a big stretch on that right side. And just relax and breathe. Okay, now we're going to deepen the stretch by resting the left forearm on our thigh and reach up with the right arm. And then we're going to lean over to our left. We continue moving the hips forward into left heel. And look up at that hand. Getting a good stretch through that right arm. Continuing your breath. Great. Now we're going to bring this arm down. And now we're going to straighten out our left leg. Slide the hands down that leg and just lean over it. You can put your hands on the ground if you like, or one hand, or both. Okay, just continue leaning over the leg. You could even flex your foot, toes in towards your knee, and then right back down. Flex the foot in towards your knee, then right back down. You're going to notice a deeper stretch in the back of your left leg. You want it as straight as you can. Okay, if it's too much of a stretch, just hold it. You can put a little bend in it if you need to. And always trying to come down with a flat back. That's important. Focus on breathing. Okay, now we're going to bring our left arm inside of our leg. Go forward with our hips, and we're going to swing this left leg back around. Now we're back to our table position. Now we're going to mirror the image. We're going to bring our right hand next to our left, bring that right leg up and around, and go forward with the hips so our knee is over the ankle. One hand to your knee, the other hand to your knee. Make sure that left leg is getting a good stretch with it as you slide it back. Breathe and relax. Your torso straight up and down. You could lean back slightly if you'd like. Now your back foot, you could slightly turn your foot in. Okay, so it's resting the top of the foot, but you're always pressing into the ground with this heel to bring your hips into that right heel. Okay, we want to focus on stretching out that hip flexor, which is very important because anytime we sit, when our legs at this angle, our bodies just aren't meant for that. The hip flexor tends to contract and then pull on your lower back muscle. And so this is an excellent way to stretch it out. Now let's rest the right forearm to our thigh and reach up with our left. Take a big reach over to our right side, continuing to breathe. Now these are great stretches to do in an area where there's not enough space, so you could just kind of move some stuff out of your living room or in your bedroom or in your dorm and just kind of give yourself enough room to just relax and stretch those muscles out from inactivity or from after a workout or doing any sport. It's good to stretch your muscles out. Very good. So it'll help you in the long term and it'll be very beneficial. Now we're going to straighten our right leg. Slide the hands down that leg. Okay, you could rest one hand to the ground or both. You can move your foot if you'd like. That's up to you. Okay, notice how my leg stays straight. My back stays flat. Whatever you could tolerate. For those that have really tight hamstrings, you could put a little bend in your leg. Try to keep it as straight as you can though, because over time that's just going to start to elongate and help to stretch out and stretch your back muscles out, especially in the lower back. Okay, now we go forward, swing this right leg back around, and then we're going to have our knees slightly wider than the hips and rest with the hips to the heels and rest your head to the mat, or you could fold your arms or even stack your fists and let your head rest to your hands. Focusing on your breath. Now resting in this child's pose, the wider your knees can go, so slightly wider than your hips, that'll help bring your hips closer to your heels. Focusing on your breathing. It's a great restorative pose for your low back. Now we're going to put our hands out in front. Come up to our table as we inhale. Okay, so now here's a great stretch for your upper back. Okay, so now this is the muscles in between your shoulder blades that we're going to stretch. Those would be your rhomboids. We're going to go ahead and take our left arm and slide it over to the right side. Now, scoot your hips back just a little bit so they're almost back to the heels. So then you can put your left elbow to your right knee. Push against the right hand to your left and then look back over your shoulder. Continuing to breathe and use your left elbow to that knee to help turn your torso. Continuing your breath. Now, if you would like, you could raise your right arm up or even bring your right hand behind you, trying to touch the ground with your fingertips, and use that right arm to help turn your torso a little more as you continue pressing into the ground with your left. Continuing your breath. Looking over the right shoulder, having your eyes move far to the right side, helping to stretch out your extraocular muscles, or you could simply close them and relax. It's up to you. So, many variations, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Now, you're going to bring your right hand to the ground. As you inhale, push your body up. Great. Now we're going to mirror the image. Now you're going to take your right arm and bring it over to the left side. Rest your shoulder down, elbow to your knee, push against your palms and look over your shoulder. If you'd like to have your left arm up or even behind you, you could do that. Try to turn your torso, pressing into the ground with the right arm to help look over the left shoulder and relax with your breath. So it's a great stretch for in between those shoulder blades. Now you're going to bring your left hand to the ground as you inhale and push into it, and we come up. Great. And exhale back to child's pose. Knees slightly wider than your hips, and sit into your heels. Rest your head to the mat. Arms out in front. Now with your hands just stay into the ground, lift your head and slightly move your torso left and to the right. Just as if you're sweeping the ground with your torso, brushing your torso across your thighs. Keeping your hips back to those heels. Great. Slowing that down as we inhale, we come up to our table. Relax and breathe. Okay, so now from our table position, we're going to go into downward facing dog. We curl the toes under, we lift our knees and hips up as we exhale, push back against your hands. You're trying to bring your shoulders and your head in toward your feet, and you're trying to drive your heels in toward the ground. Lifting your hips up high, try to flatten the lumbar part of your back, the low back. Pushing back against your thumbs and your index fingers, try to pinch your shoulder blades close together. Now, as much as you can, you're trying to straighten your legs. For those that have tight hamstrings, bend your knees a little bit, then lift your hips up higher, then push back, okay? So focus on the breath as you stretch out here and focus on all these cues to help your downward dog or your downward facing dog. Okay, so you can hold anywhere from 30 seconds to 60. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and breathe in. We're going to go ahead and lift our right leg up and bring it to our left side. Okay, keep driving your left heel toward the ground. Keep strong through your arms. Push back against the hands. Now we're going to go into our pigeon, where we're going to lift this leg and put your knee to the ground behind your hand. Slide your left leg back. Cross your lower part of your right leg to the left side if it's okay for your right knee. If you have any knee damage, just keep the foot below your hip and slide that left leg back. So now here you're looking up with your torso up high and tall. This is king pigeon. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead, if you'd like to have your foot crossed over, try to have it over to the left side. Then as you slide that left leg back, you're dropping your hips into your right heel. And we're going to go ahead and bring our arms out in front. You can stack your hands and let your head rest onto your hands there. Or you could reach your arms out in front. Just focus on breathing. In through the nose and out through your nose. This is a great stretch for runners, any athletes, or anybody suffering some sciatic nerve damage on the outside of your right hip. And stretches out that IT band and glute on the right side. Okay, to come out of this, we're going to put our hands under our shoulders. And we're going to push our torso up, curl the toes under with your left foot, bring that back up, lift up your hips and drive your leg back, then you're back to a table. So now we're going to do the other side. For a mirror image, we go first downward dog. Curl the toes under, lift your knees and hips up, exhale, push back. Try to make that upside down triangle as best you can. You're trying to drive your shoulders and your head in toward your feet. Deep breathing. Drive those heels in toward the ground. Okay, now we're going to lift our left leg up high. Bend at that knee, bring it way over to your right side. Lift your left knee and left hip up higher. Keep your arms straight and strong. Feeling a big stretch on your left side. Continuing that breath. Okay, we're going to inhale, lift leg. Exhale, swing the leg down. You could either first put your right knee down, that's okay. Then slide your left knee way up behind your hand. Keep your foot below your hip as you slide your right leg back. If you have any damage with your knee, if you're okay with it, cross that over to your right side as you slide your right leg back. Now, where the bikini line would be, or the underwear line would be, your heel is now driving into that right side. So your shoulders are down, torso is up. Breathe. Okay, let's release down as we exhale. We rest our head onto our hands or the arms out in front. Always just try and relax into these poses where you feel comfortable. So wherever you're at, you're just trying to relax your muscles. Anytime you strain into these exercises or poses, you're not doing yourself any good. You want just to relax, and then after each session, you'll be able to get better and better as time goes on. Okay, so now we're going to put our hands under our shoulders. You could hold as long as you would like there. Okay, we curl the toes under, lift our hips up, drive that left leg back to our table. Okay, so breathing in and out. Take a rest in child's pose, knees slightly wider than the hips, hips to the heels, arms out in front. Now we're going to come up to our table. Back to our downward facing dog. Curl toes, lift knees and hips up. Exhale, push back against your hands. Flatten out the back. Stay strong through your arms. Continuing your breath. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start to walk our hands back to our feet. Stay folded into a standing forward bend. Now what you can do is even bend your knees, let your chest rest onto your thighs, and bring your arms behind your legs and hold on to your elbows. As your chest remains to your thighs, with each exhale, let's try and lift the hips up. Bring your shoulders and head to your feet. Pressing your thighs back. Breathing in and out. Trying to break the connection with your hands off of your elbows. Okay, we're going to release our hands. Let the arms hang. Flatten out your back. And now hold on to your elbows and just swing left and to the right. Trying to maintain a flat back. Keep lifting your hips up high. So you're putting your hips at a pelvic tilt. Okay. Now we're going to release our hands. Now we're going to roll up through the spine as we inhale. You can walk your hands up your legs or just simply hang and roll up. Tighten up your abdominals. So we just slowly roll up like so. Tucking your hips under. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Shoulders back and down, head up last. Okay, so now we're at a standing tall mountain pose. Now we're going to move into a triangle. Let's take a big step forward with our left leg. Turn the right heel down. Let's take our arms out to a T as we inhale. Let's exhale, move over to the left. And rest the left arm on your leg or inside of it. And reach up with your right arm, looking up at that hand. Now normally this is done without shoes and socks. So what we're going to do is just keep reaching up. Think of a wall being right behind you as your right hip and shoulder reach that wall. Now if this bothers your shoulder at all, place your hand to your hip and bring that right hip and shoulder back. Trying to press into the ground with the outside of your feet to help you stay strong through your legs as you keep them straight. Okay, we inhale, we come up. Exhale. Step up with your right foot to match your left. Okay, now we'll go ahead and turn, and we'll do the same thing. So you can still see me visually. We're facing the other direction. You're going to go ahead and take a step forward with your right leg. Turn your left heel out. So your left heel is out, 45-degree angle with that foot or 60. Right foot out in front, arms out to a T, shoulders back and down as you inhale. Exhale, let's lean way over to the right. Rest the forearm to our thigh. You can hold on to your left hip if it tends to bother your left shoulder and look over that shoulder. If you're okay with that, reach your left arm up or even bring your right arm inside your leg and just hang there. Imagine you're hanging from a string in your left fingertips. Line up that left hand through your shoulders to your right. Keep bringing that left hip and shoulder back as you breathe. Great. Now you can hold anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, we inhale, we come up, strong through the back. Exhale, lower the arms. Now let's turn our feet and legs back to center. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and soften the knees and move left into the right. So as you see, I have limited amount of space that I'm working with. You don't need very much room to do these stretches. This video on how to relieve chronic back pain with Pilates and yoga will do great for your body as you continue to practice more and more often. Try to get yourself into a regular routine and you'll feel great. You're going to have great flexibility and you'll gain so much more energy and you'll feel years younger. Thank you for joining me and watching this video. This is Irvin Rue Jr. of IrvinsFitness.com. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste.